Hello, my name is Rachel and I'm here today to talk about the books I got for Christmas. I'm splitting this up into books I got in December and a December book haul, and then books I got for Christmas specifically, because all together it's a bit much, whereas separate it's acceptable and I don't feel like a bad person, so we're gonna do that. So yeah, today I'm just showing you the books that I got on Christmas Day that I opened. Haven't actually bought any books with my Christmas money. If I've already uploaded my December wrap up, you'll know I'm not feeling like a reader right now, and the fact that I've not spent any Christmas money on books, not happy about it. But I'm going to Manchester this weekend and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be in a bookshop. I'm going to make that happen and I'm going to buy a book. I'm going to love it, I'm going to be excited about it, and I'm going to ignore everyone around me and be in the book, love the book. It's going to be exciting. But not the point. The point is, these are the books that I got for Christmas. I'm very excited about. So first one I'm going to mention quickly, because I feel like I'm probably going to upload my December wrap up before this video, and so I've already just talked about it. But it was Speak. This is by Laurie Halse Anderson and the artwork is by Emily Carroll. We love Emily Carroll. This was one where I've asked all the other books I asked for, whereas this one my mum was like, I decided to just like delve into graphic novels and try and get you a graphic novel because I know that you love them so much, and she did a great job. I've read this, I very much enjoyed it. It's by Emily Carroll. She did good. The only thing I will say about this book though, just a quick warning if anyone reads it, so I pretty much try and read graphic novels like from start to finish whenever I read them. I don't really like to break up my reading of them too much, just because I find them really immersive, and one of my favourite things is to read a graphic novel where like you have an hour or two to spare and you just stay in that graphic novel till you're done. I love it. It's like my favourite thing about Seconds by Brian Lee O'Malley. I just like stay in that book. So I really did that with this and I really enjoyed doing that. However, when I finished this book, my 3 fingers on each hand were covered in black. Like they looked like I'd been in a coal mine or something. The ink from these pages just had rubbed off on these 3 on each hand. So if you read this book, like, I don't know, get some gloves or something. This is a really great book. I gave this 3.5 stars. It is about a young girl who has been attacked at a party and kind of the aftermath of that and trying to get over what's happened to her, which obviously is very difficult. There's like a lot of sexual violence in here if you aren't comfortable with that, and there's also some self-harm in here which I didn't know going in and was a bit like, huh, not my fave. But yeah, it's a really good book. I would really recommend it, and a great graphic novel. It's just illustrated really well, which obviously it would be. It's by Emily Carroll, so she's a babe. So yeah, I got that one. That was lovely. Then I got 3 Virginia Woolf books. So I really love vintage editions, and Vintage came out with some Virginia Woolf editions a few years ago, and I have wanted them. But I was like, I'm gonna get all my Jane Austen vintages first, which I did. And so now we're moving on to Virginia the Babe. And so I just showed my mum these editions and said, can you get me a Virginia Woolf that's this edition? I didn't even tell her which one I wanted or anything. So she just picked 3. So I have Mrs. Dalloway, which is about Mrs. Dalloway planning for a party and just like following her day. We have The Waves, which I think is about like a family holiday where they go to the beach, but I can't remember if that's The Waves or if it's To the Lighthouse, where there's like 6 different characters. I don't know. It could be this, could not be. And then I got The Years as well. So I'm super excited. This year is going to be the year of Virginia Woolf. I love Virginia Woolf anyway. I just think she is one of the... I don't even know how to explain her. Her life is the most interesting life of anyone ever. Like her and Charlotte Perkins Gilman, I live for them. I just think they're so interesting and I love them so much. So I'm super excited to have these ones and I really want to get to them soon. And then I got this bad boy. Obviously I've been wanting this ever since it came out, but it came out just after my birthday, so I couldn't get it for my birthday. And then when it had come out, I was like, I'm gonna hold off because I'm not reading Harry Potter in this year anyway. Not this year now that I wasn't reading Harry Potter in 2019. It's a whole thing. I will mention it in my goals video, so if you're interested, that'll happen at some point. But I didn't read any Harry Potter in 2019 on purpose, and so when this book came out I was like, I really want it, but even if I get it I'm still not going to read it until 2020, so I may as well just wait and ask for it for Christmas, was very difficult for me, very hard, but I did, I waited, and so got this beautiful Babe now, and I'm so excited about it. Like, I'm so excited. I just want to read it, but I'm not going to read it. Again, part and parcel of the 2019 goals, which, yeah, I'll mention. I'm really excited to have this. I'm sure, like, everyone who's a reader and a Harry Potter nerd is probably, like, sick to death of seeing this book in people's videos, but here it is, mentioned again. We're excited. And then I got one more book for Christmas, which I'm super excited for, and it is Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. So obviously Stephen Chbosky is very famous for having written The Perks of Being a Wallflower, which is a book that I really enjoyed when I was a teenager, so I was like, I definitely want to pick that up. But I'm more intrigued because I love horror. I love horror films, I love books that are horror, but I don't read a ton of them. I have read quite a lot of Stephen King books. I've read like Let the Right One In and stuff like that, but I don't read a lot of them. And the reason that I don't read a lot is because I don't think that they are done very well. And the same with films. I cannot stand horror films that don't have a story, and most of them just don't. They just never have a story in them, and it winds me up. So I was super excited when I heard this was coming out because I love horror, and I already love Stephen Chbosky. I already know that he is fantastic with plot and with character development and all of that sort of stuff. So I feel like this is going to be a horror that I can like go into being sure that I'm going to enjoy it. Because at the moment, every time I want a horror, I'm just like, well, I'll go for Stephen King because at least I know he can do it properly. I never like bridge out of his canon basically, because I'm just like, I just don't know if you're gonna be good or not. Very excited for this. Now, I don't really know that much about what this is about because it doesn't really tell you much about what it's about. It just says leaving your house in the middle of the night knowing your mother is doing her best but she's just as scared as you, starting a new school, making friends, seeing how happy it makes your mother, hearing a voice calling out to you, following the sign into the woods, going missing for 6 days, remembering nothing about what happened, coming back a totally different person, thinking you're going crazy or being the only one who knows what's coming. Something that will change everything and having to save everyone you love. Like, I just don't feel like I know what this is about very much, but I'm super excited for it, and I love that it's so long. I feel like everyone I've seen mention this book has been like, oh my god, it's so big, but you know what, like, it's actually not that big. It's 703, but like in these giant hardbacks the writing's quite big and spaced out anyway. I feel like 703 isn't that big. Like, I look at this and I think it looks like around 1,000 pages, but it's not. It's only 703. I don't think it's going to be that bad or that difficult of a read, especially because like horror pulls you in, doesn't it? So very excited to have this. Very happy and thankful for all of my presents. So these are all the bookish presents that I got on Christmas Day, and I'm very excited about all of them. I feel extremely spoiled with these because they're not cheap books either. Like, that illustrated edition, graphic novels are never cheap. Them Virginia Woolf are like nice editions. So yeah, it was very lovely people to get me presents. I was very excited about it. Thank you very much. They're all the books I got for Christmas. If you got any books for Christmas, let me know what they were down below. I'd be very interested to know. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye!